3, 2, 1.
Those aren't free. Those aren't free. I'm just kidding. Fucking take what you want, white woman. And that's the story of how I met my wife. What's up? What is up? Hello? 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 You, sir, in the back. Yes. Yes. Hello. Hello. Give it up for your fucking selves. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for yourselves. So happy to see all of you. So happy to see every single one of you. I smoked a lot of weed. It's just the people in the back that smoke. The people that showed up late. Yeah, show starts at 8. Let's spark the blunt at 8:05. Yeah, no, that's cool. No, I do. I smoked a lot of weed, and people, every time I tell people that, they're like, weed affects your memory. So I smoked a lot of weed. Show's supposed to start at 8, and then it's like sparking the blunt at 8:00. Oh, wait. Now, people tell me that weed affects your memory. I'm gonna tell you this story. I was sitting on the toilet, and I looked down. I had my pants down around my ankles. Forgot why I was sitting there. Had no idea what I was doing, and I look, and I'm like, yeah, they're down. So I couldn't remember why I was sitting there, so I just got up, and I walked out of the bathroom. And then about 2 steps out of the bathroom, I realized I definitely took a shit. And I definitely didn't wipe. And I definitely didn't wash my hands. But they were like, the reason you're all here, coming to the stage, is Tyrells Shackleton. So I was like, oh, fuck it. Here we go. You know what I mean? Where's my single people at? Any single? All right. Good job. I remember being single. Yeah, you ever been so lonely that you masturbate to the sound of your roommates having sex? Just a lot quieter. That's why I had to move out of my parents' house. So, Shit's tough. I grew up in Virginia Beach. I grew up in Virginia Beach. I grew up in fucking local. Went to Ocean Lakes, you know what I mean? I talked about smoking weed, but that was my drug of choice. People were like, how are you not addicted to coke? And I was like, the only white thing I was addicted to was white women. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. And I wish I could quit them. I wish I could. There's no groups. There's no kind of like self-help for this. I should have known, because one of the first white women I was with, she told me right after we had sex, she goes, sex is a lot like fishing. Except with sex, you always catch something. I don't think. At first I was thinking, I should have worn a condom. I didn't, but I did. I caught herpes of the heart, you guys, and I just couldn't. Every time I saw her, it's like a flare. Anyway, whatever. That same girl, that's it, because they ask you stupid questions. She was like, what if I was kidnapped? That's not the funny part. What if I was kidnapped, and the only way for you to save me is for you to drink a gallon of my blood? Would you do it? I'm like, who's getting this blood first? Anyway, but it's like, no, it's just stupid. White women are stupid. So I want to get this fucking cord out of here. There we go. White women are stupid, and you would think that I moved on, but I kept dating them. And they gave me pet names. Fucking pet names. I got out of the shower one time, this girl called me a baby man. I don't even know what that means. It's like timing, people. Had another girl, we're driving in the car, and she goes, I love you so much. You're just such a cute little thug monkey. I just didn't think that bestiality and subtle racism is where we were in the relationship. So we moved on. don't. You know? But I couldn't. I mean, even and then I would get. I would get drunk and then I'd call my ex-girlfriends. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what you call your ex-girlfriends. You like who? Who? Niggas. Niggas. Is that what you're saying? Oh, you're gay. Well, thank you guys. I'm Tyrells. I thought you just had a pink shirt. I didn't want to judge. That dude's got a perfect mount for blowjobs. You know what I mean? Anyway. That's cool. I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. Yeah, I know. So I would call my ex-girlfriend when I'm drunk. Or my ex-boyfriend when I'm drunk. And every time, and I thought, conversation's going wherever it's going, but it always ends up in the same place. She's always like, I want to talk about why we broke up. I'm like, oh, Jesus, I hate talking about that. She's like, I know why we broke up. She knows what's time, know why we broke up. And I, whatever. She's like, it's because of the miscarriage. Oh, Jesus Christ. I tell her all the time. She never listens to me. I say it over and over again. It's obviously a miscommunication because what I was telling her is that she's always been dead inside. It's like, it's just... That's why we didn't work out. So maybe dudes are the answer is what I'm thinking. Maybe strictly dickly or whatever. No, but again, I never learned my lesson. If you can't tell by my tight jeans and my accent, I did in fact marry a white woman. Yeah. Don't look. It's all of them. I married every single white woman in this place. Don't say her name. It keeps coming back in the middle. I don't like that. Anyway, I married a white woman. And a lot of people tell me I married the whitest of white, like a ginger. Like she can't even tan. It's just white and red. That's all it is. Two colors. Yeah. And I don't know if you know this, but when you're dating a ginger, people like to ask you, does the carpet match the drapes? And I'm like, that's a pretty personal question, Dad, but but yeah, of course the carpet matches the drapes. She's all natural. The only problem I have is I wish she took better care of the carpet. You know what I'm saying? Like I eat at that restaurant. You understand? Like, I don't know. Vacuum that shit every once in a while. I don't know. We're not living in the 70s. Nobody likes shag. What she says every time before I get on stage, she goes, I don't care what you do or what you're going to think, what you think you want to talk about. It's just, when you get up there, can you just not talk about my dusty vagina? And I was like, well, if you didn't call it dusty, I wouldn't. It's like fucking a couch cushion. You understand what I'm saying? I just hate when my face comes up looking like an everything bagel. You understand? Like, did you say terrible? You said you did? You can leave. No, that's cool. That's cool. When I proposed to her, a lot of people were like, do you know what kind of woman you're gonna be getting married to? You know what kind of woman you're gonna be with or whatever? I'm like, no, I don't really know. I just kind of took a chance. And people were like, well, look at her mom. Look at her mom. That's how you'll see. You agree? That's how you see kind of woman you're gonna be with. Look at her mom. First thing, her mom, super hot. So yeah, great genes. She's gonna be pretty forever. Awesome. Cool. Second thing, her mom, I don't think her mom has ever talked to a black person before. Because her mom, I would like to say that her mom is of a diminished capacity. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't really get things in school. All right, I'll just tell you a story. We're at her cousin's wedding. 149 white people. One black dude. Until her cousin brings in his date, which is a black girl, and her mom loses her shit. Her mom's like, hey! Hey! I'm like, what? And she's like, black girl. I was like, okay. She's like, you gotta talk to her. And I was like, why? What am I supposed to do? So I went over there. I went over and I talked to her. She went to Norfolk State or something. Whatever. Talked to her and I come back to the table and I sit down and her mom's like, hey, I saw you went and talked to Shaniqua. And I was like, her name's Michelle, but yeah, I went and talked to her and whatever. And she goes, did you ask her if her hair's real? Why would I? No? What? No, why would I ever? And then I figured it out. I figured out what it is that's wrong with her mom. Her mom suffers from one of the most severe cases I've ever seen of ignorance. Like, she's just... just doesn't get it. But like I said, this is the woman that raised my wife. This is the woman that made the woman I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with, right? Shut the fuck up! That part's the only joke. Yeah. Gonna spend the rest of my life with Mary. So I had to look at her too, right? Gotta look, see if she suffers from the same symptoms that her mom has. So we move in together. I'm in the kitchen, she's in the living room, and she's flipping through the channels. All of a sudden, my wife yells out, hey! Roots is on! It's just like, okay. And she goes, well, don't you have to watch it? No, not at all. It didn't matter. My dad was like, you should have, because 3 hours later you could have got some pity pussy. I was like, no. And he said, you gotta make sure she calls you Kunta. And I was like, I can't. Why do I talk to my dad? I feel like at this point I should mention that she had 2 kids before she got with me. So I helped raise 2 little white babies, and that's not the funny part. And they helped raise my credit score. So, that's the funny part. But the son, I got a daughter. Gotta look at my daughter, right? My daughter was raised by the woman that was raised by the woman that suffers from one of the most severe cases of ignorance that I've ever seen. Do we even repeat it? But I gotta look at my daughter, right? Because from everything that I know, you gotta follow the bloodline. It's hereditary. It's passed down. But I gotta look at my daughter. She's a sweet 7-year-old girl. I'm like, she can't have this, right? She can't suffer from this affliction, can she? Let me tell you another story. We're at the park, and I'm pushing her on the swing. And she goes, you should get on the swing next to me. And I said, okay, beautiful angel, love of my life, the most perfect thing that's ever happened to me. I'll get over here next to you. Then I get on the swing, my swing starts creaking. And she goes, oh, I know why it's doing that. And I'm like, oh, why is it doing that? She goes, your skin's darker, that makes you heavier. Where? What? She's like, yeah, and Mimi told me I can't have any of your food anymore because it's too spicy. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, no, that's flavor. Why people don't know what that is? Like, I just... And then my son, hey, he's my favorite. Fuck it. That's my boy. And boy, man, I gotta love you. It doesn't matter what color your kids are, man. Doesn't fucking matter. Because you're gonna have the same struggles, I assume. And you heard how difficult it was for me to wash my hands after I shit, but I had to fucking potty train this kid. You know what I mean? Like, I had to teach this kid how to pee. Everyone I've ever known has already known how to pee. Like, everybody, there's no, hey man, my boy's struggling. like, no. Like, I don't know what to do. So my wife did what she knows to do. She went to her Bible or whatever, Pinterest, you know. And they tell you, what we did, what they tell you is every 30 minutes, just take his diaper off and put him on the toilet. Just whatever. And see what happens. He'll get used to just going to the bathroom without his diaper on. I'm like, cool, that sounds like a lot of work that she can do, because I'm going to do it. But, so we do it. First time we do it, take his diaper off, put him on the toilet. 15 seconds later, this dude is peeing. And I was like, potty training done. Like, perfect. It was no problem. We're having a great time. We're making all this commotion. We're making so much noise that his sister hears what's happening. So his sister comes in the bathroom. And when his sister comes in the bathroom, he looks up. And when he looks up, he leans back. And when he leans back, he's no longer pissing in the toilet. He is now peeing on his sister. And I'm sure that's not the first time a white guy's done that. But like, the problem here is I have a photographic memory. So what I see is my son leaning back with a full stream of pee that's landing on his sister's chest. I'm like, I can't. But my wife in the background, in the air, jumping and clapping and smiling as if something good is happening. And the first thing I'm thinking is I am definitely parenting wrong. Like, this is not how this is supposed to go. And then the second thing I thought is, we're renting this house. And this dude's peeing all over me. It was crazy. And I thought it was a good thing being a parent. I thought this dude had a pee. I thought, well, yeah, but potty training is a huge thing. All right? And then I go to pick him up from daycare, and I realized even he had this newfound confidence in himself, just strutting. Like he had a tap-out shirt. I don't even know where it came from. Like, just full douche, just walking, like, whatever. And he's coming, and then he stops at this little girl, and he kisses her on the cheek. He just goes, I can go pee-pee on the potty, and just fucking... And I was like, who raised this kid? I've never been that smooth ever, and I got jealous. I got mad. It's like, how did you do that? Like, whatever, and he's in the car, and I'm still fuming. I can't let it go. And in the car, and I was like, hey, man, who's that little girl that you kissed on the way out? And he goes, oh, that's Olivia. I was like, okay, oh, cool, you like Olivia? He goes, yeah, I love her. We're gonna get married. I was like, no, son. That's your first love. And your first love leads to your first heartbreak. And then that heartbreak tears a hole in you so deep that you continue to chase the same kind of woman, trying to get back to what it was that you felt before. And then you go through failed relationship after failed relationship, and you end up settling for a woman who already had 2 kids because she laughs at all the jokes that you say. So maybe you should just go ahead and stay with her. And then eventually you realize she's still in love with your real dad, so what the... Oh. So I don't pick him up from daycare anymore, is what I'm saying. But yeah, and then it was great. It was awesome. And then I thought that would be the most awkward thing, was picking up my son from daycare. But eventually, one day, I had to pick up my daughter from school. Ooh. I'd never done it before. Never done it, but I was happy. All these firsts, all these milestones with your children, all these first things where I was excited. I left work early, and I told them, whatever. I get there, and I'm waiting in the parking lot. I'm waiting to see what happens. I see a bunch of parents congregate on one side of the building. It's like, okay, cool, that's where you go. And then this lady starts letting people in, and I kind of distance myself because I don't know anybody and whatever. And then I'm walking up to the door, and I see this lady had been holding the door for everyone. But as I'm coming up, she slides inside. Starts letting the door close. And I'm like, okay, it's cool. She never seen me before. Maybe she recognizes all the rest of the parents. She never seen me. Whatever. I get up to the door. She cracks it. She goes, ID. I said, okay. I slide my ID through the door. She takes it, writes something down, opens the door, puts a sticker on my chest, and goes, go stand over there. I said, okay. Comes time, just standing there. I was waiting. I don't know the procedure. I'm just standing there. I was waiting. I look down. The kid's standing next to me. I look up, and this lady goes, you guys can go. I was like, what? I was like, what? I was like, did you guys just bring me a black kid? Like, I don't know little Jamal, but you gotta take him back. Like, I don't know who this kid is. And I had to tell him, I was like, look, my daughter is she was on the other side of the gym. I was like, my daughter's way back there, or whatever. They're like, okay. So they go, and these two ladies, the whole way, are whispering in her ear, like, hey, and they're pointing at me, and they're pointing at me. But my daughter, she's like every white woman, just hates people, and she's just fucking stoic, and she's fucking sitting, like, not saying shit. She's like, hey, pointing at me. She gotta say something, like, she gotta do something. But I'm getting antsy. I'm like, okay, everything's gonna be cool. Because what I do when I see my kids, first time I see my kids, I cry, hug them, I kiss them, and I tell them I love them. That's just what, that's my greeting, that's my hug. Everybody else says hello, whatever. I hug them, I kiss them, tell them I love them. You know, that's what I do, right? So I was like, maybe if I meet her in the middle of the gym, give her a hug and a kiss like I always do, everything will be cool. Everything will be great, right? Everybody will know, like, oh, everything's cool, everybody. So I go, I start walking, get down, meet her in the middle of the gym, I get down, put my arms around her, go to pick her up. Soon as I'm about to kiss her on the cheek, she goes, stop molesting me. What? Stop molesting. Stop talking. Like this. I don't even understand. We should just go to the car. Like, let's just go to the car. And she's like, as long as you promise not to molest me in the car. Shut up! Shut up! Please. And we get in the car. And she's like, I'm telling Mom you molested me 5 times today. And I said, where did you even hear this word? Where did this come from? And she said this lady came to the school and said if an adult touches you and you don't want them to, they are molesting you. And I said, she's not wrong, but that's just not what's happening here. That's just not what this situation is. She goes, it doesn't matter. I said, look, just don't say shit to your mom and I'll give you ice cream for dinner. You know, like, just don't say anything. We get home. She's just running up to that. Now I'm trying to beat her. You know, not beat her. I'm trying to be first place in the house. Trying to get in the house before her. And she gets in the house and she's like, Mom, Tyrell molested me 9 times today. I was like, bitch, you said it was 5 in the car. Wait. And so I tell my wife, it's like, guess who learned a new word today? She's like, yeah, cool. But you know the real problem in that story is that there was a 7-year-old white girl screaming at a 37-year-old black man to stop molesting me in the middle of an elementary school gym, and they let me take her. I went back. I was like, what's up with Jamal? Nobody in the house can play basketball. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Let's get that black kid. I don't know. What's the craziest thing you've done in the bedroom? I was going to ask you, but it sounds like a lot of sword fighting. You know what I mean? You, bro, with the hat on. What's the craziest thing you've done in the bedroom? Nothing? You're a virgin? I'm over here, but you guys just eat clams. That's it. Room full of seafood over here. What about you? Should I say your name? You want to tell me? Nah, because I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you. Who wants you? Gray sweater. Craziest thing you've done in the bedroom?
I was dreaming about my cousin.
Jesus Christ. Again, thank you guys. I'm Tyrells. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. And this whole cousin thing. No, that's good. Fuck that. That was good. Me and him, I have that sweater, so I'm gonna need that back. Craziest thing I did in the bedroom? I got to come on a white woman's face, all right? You know what it's like? You know what that's like? You ever come on a woman's face? I got to come on my wife's face. You understand what I'm saying? I got to come on my wife's face. You know what that's like? You know what that's like as a black dude? Come on, bro! Come on, bro! You ain't never come on no face before. That shit's amazing. That shit is awesome. It was just the act itself. Just coming, you know it. You fuck the Eagles, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Coming on a dude's face. It's gotta be just as good, right? Just as good. What is that? Are you? No. All right. I ain't got no more questions for you, no more. That shit. Fuck man, I ain't doing it. Jesus Christ, that dude. I suck dick and pussy. You know what I mean? I treat a clit like a dick. I don't know, man. All right. Got the comb on her face, man. It was amazing. It was amazing. Like, a lot of people tell me that I sound like a white dude. You know what I mean? They say that it's my accent. But when I was coming on her face, I didn't sound like a white dude. I became a white dude. It was like this. And she's asking for it. You know, she's like, give it to glaze me. Just, give it. I'm like, yeah. Like, oh my God, my name is no longer Tyrell. Now my name is Todd. Oh. I would say it's the age of enlightenment, but it's the age of enlightenment. It's beautiful. Beautiful. One of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. Because the craziest thing we had done before that, you want to know the craziest thing we had done before that? We fucked her cousin. Fuck you, dude. Craziest thing we did before that is she watched me jerk off one time. Like, you know, like, that's a huge jump, right? Like, she watched me jerk off one time. And it was like, the kids are gone, lazy Saturday, and she was like, let me watch you fucking take care of yourself. Let me watch you. Let's work. Whatever. I said, okay. She goes, just pretend I'm not here, which is their go-to whatever. Just pretend I'm not here. Cool. All I did was go to the category. And she's like, this is what you like? Would you guys like to know what the category is? Well, one person said no, so I think do you want to know what the category is? The category was PAWG, P-A-W-G. Okay, there we go. PAWG, P-A-W-G. It's a pretty ass white girl or a fat ass white girl, depending on what neighborhood you're in. But yeah, that's all I did. I went to the category. She's like, this is what you like? And I was like, bitch, are you here? Like, I don't understand. The dynamic of the situation. I'm sure I'm supposed to be alone. So I go and I pick a movie. Pick a 3-minute movie. I was like, what am I going to do with the other 2 minutes and 30 seconds? Anyway, I pick a movie. I keep calling it a fucking movie. But I pick a clip, whatever. It's a girl giving a blowjob. I love a good deep throat is a fucking, that would save America right there. I'm watching it. I get to the best part. I get to the best part of jerking off. The end. I'm about to finish. So I do what I do when I'm alone. She's not there or whatever. So I just grabbed a sock, finished it, and threw it under her nightstand and walked out of the room. And she was like, what the fuck? A couple days later, we're laying in bed. All of a sudden, she turns on the TV and just goes right to PAWG. Right to pretty-ass white girl. Like fucking porn on the TV. I'm like, yes, it is going down. Like it's about to happen. And then she starts kissing on me and touching on me. She's like, you like that? I was like, yeah, I like that. She's like, you want some more? I was like, yeah, I want some more. She goes, you want me to get the sock? Is that what you got from watching me? And she's like, yeah, you know how you like coming in socks?